NWA wrestling fans, Kyle Davis here. It's Crockett Cup, night 2, the pre-show, and we're gonna give you a taste of what you have to look forward to. Order on FITE, and if you're just gonna enjoy the pre-show, you're gonna get plenty of that right now, because allow me to introduce to you the Commonwealth Connection, Doug Williams and Harry Smith. I see you go over there, you're admiring the trophy, the cup, and both of you are still in this tournament, so it's a possibility you're going to walk away tonight with the Crockett Cup. And those matches were not easy. So I have to ask you, Doug, I especially saw it last night. You got a little banged up there. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm banged up, I'm a little bit sore, but the adrenaline's flowing, Carl, and I'm ready to make it to the final and win the Crockett Cup with my new tag partner, Harry Smith.
That's right, the Commonwealth Connection. When I talked to you earlier yesterday, you gentlemen were like, we're not even sure if we're gonna have a name. You came together, and when we saw you in the ring, you definitely came together as a unit. Harry, you were not in the NWA before this, and obviously with a partner like Doug Williams, you're making the most of it. How's it feel to be here?
It's an honor to be here in the NWA, and it's an honor to be competing for the 2022 Crockett Cup. The lineage, the honor, and the prestige that's all behind that cup right there, that belongs with greatness. And you're looking at greatness, and that's Harry Smith, Doug Williams. We're the Commonwealth Connection, and we're here to prove a point that we're the number one wrestlers in England, number one wrestlers in the world. And as you can see, we like our gold.
Well stated. I do have to ask, obviously you were not supposed to be Doug's tag team partner in this. Nick Aldis initially, British Invasion, was going to be your partner. What are your thoughts about him being in the world title match tonight?
Well, Carl, when Nick imposed on me his desire to go for the World Championship, I was totally behind him. I totally accepted his decision. I'm going to have his back if any shenanigans go down tonight. But I knew I had to find myself a partner of at least equal standing for me to have a chance in the cup. I wasn't going to pull out. I was going to find the best partner I could, and that was Harry. So, me and Harry, we're going to win the Crockett Cup, and then we're going to see Nick win the World Heavyweight Championship.
You're saying you're going to win the Crockett Cup, and it's looking like that's a distinct possibility. You still have La Rebellion coming up, though, the NWA World Tag Team Champions. I've got to ask the question. This team did not exist before the Crockett Cup, but it seems like you're doing amazing things, and you could take it all back. Do you feel like there's a possibility to go for gold after this as a tag team? I'll ask you, Harry.
Absolutely. Like I was saying, you can see the gold around my neck. You can see the gold around his robe there. The Commonwealth Connection, you got the speed, you got the submission skills, and you got the power right here. We're exactly what a great tag team looks like. And after we procure and obtain that Crockett Cup, we have our eyes on the NWA Tag Team Gold.
You heard it right there. That's still to come tonight. Crockett Cup Night 2. The tournament will continue. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. We're going to go to the desk.
Thank you very much, Kyle. It's Joe Galley and Tim Storm joining you on commentary for our pre-show. You can feel the electricity here in the Nashville Fairgrounds. It is night 2. We are making history once again, Tim.
Last night was incredible. Tonight, it's going to be even better. It's hard to believe. You heard those guys say it. Crockett Cup means a world to anybody in this business, and they're coming gunning for it.
And you know what? They both seem pretty banged up. I think all of our tag teams are pretty banged up because that was a tough night for all of the wrestlers that have qualified into the semifinals. But we have plenty of other action that's going to be happening on this program, on this pay-per-view, including so many championships that are on the line. First, let's take a look at the bracket as it stands right now. The Cardonas will be going toe-to-toe with the Briscoe brothers, a big favorite here in Nashville. Nashville. La Rebellion, as we mentioned before, going to be taking on the Commonwealth Connection. Sort of a dark horse, kind of coming together at the last moment, but they have a great shot at becoming the next Crockett Cup holders.
Well, and what you said is that this is a grind. That tournament is a grind.
And this is going to be a grind, too.
Oh,
Anthony Mayweather, the champion, facing the challenger, Jax Dane. A grueling, brutal feud between these two, and it all comes down to the Crockett Cup with a national heavyweight championship on the line. Moving on, very excited about this one. The Hawx defending the NWA World Women's Tag Team Championships against Kenzie Page and Ella Envy. That is a very established, very strong, independent tag team coming into the NWA. They can make history tonight as well. And I'm loving this. Speaking of making history, we're bringing it back. The NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship. Tim, I had a chance to see the belt backstage. It is glorious. We have pictures on social media. You're going to be seeing that very soon here inside the arena as well. Austin Aries, Colby Carino, Darius Lockhart, and Homicide all fighting to be a champion. And then our NWA World Women's Championship match. Camille defending that championship against Kylie Ray, who was originally scheduled to fight Camille a few weeks back in Oak Grove. She's going to have an opportunity, but now, because of Matt Cardona and his politicking, Chelsea Green added to the match. It's a triple threat match for the NWA World Women's Championship. Moving on, this one's going to be an all-out brawl, gosh. Tim. You know a lot about these two.
Yeah, this is going to be brutal. It's physical. You got two big guys who are just going to bang away at each other.
Tyrus defending the television championship against Red Dog, Rodney Mack. That's tonight. And in our main event, Double J, Jeff Jarrett is in the house, ladies and gentlemen, as the special guest referee for Matt Cardona, our champion, going up against the national treasure, Nick Aldis.
The following match is one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Knoxville, Tennessee, weighing in at 292 pounds, this is the Legacy, AJ Kazana.
I love seeing AJ Kazana. You could already hear the ovation from the fans here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Calls himself the Legacy, is a third-generation professional wrestler. I'm very excited to see what he has to offer here.
It's in his blood. He's done this his entire life. He's done it. It's in his father's, his grandfather. This guy brings it all.
His grandfather actually ran a local NWA promotion out of Knoxville, Tennessee. His father wrestled for the NWA, but he wants to make his own mark, walk in his own boots, and make a statement here at the Crockett Cup.
And his opponent, from Clarksville, Tennessee, weighing in at 262 pounds, this is Big Strong Mims.
Big Strong Mims was so impressive last night, teaming with the Pope during the Crockett Cup. Came up short against the Cardonas, looking to change the momentum in his favor in this matchup here on the pre-show.
Well, if Kazana wants to make his mark in the NWA, this is a guy to start it with, because Big Strong Mims has been successful at every level and stepped up for the NWA.
This is what I like to see. Two big grown men going toe-to-toe in that beautiful blue NWA ring.
And the thing that the NWA specializes in, these are top to bottom. Doesn't matter if it's men, women, doesn't matter what size. Every single one of these competitors are the real deal, not somebody you want to get in a fight with, because it is as tough as it gets here.
Real fighters, real athletes. Kazana, a former Division I football player with UT, trained by the legendary Tom Pritchard. And of course, you know, being third generation, basically born into the sport of professional wrestling. As these two bulls are locking horns.
And neither one of them backing down.
Let's go.
Again, two guys locking up, powering each other around, and they're trying to feel each other out as far as who's got that power edge.
Hey, come on, get him out there. 1, 2.
Mims driving that shoulder in the midsection. Last time we saw AJ Kazana, it was a losing effort to Magic Jake Dumas, who we will see later on here on this pre-show in a War Games matchup. More details on that in just a few moments. So both of these men have something to prove here.
Well, and Kazana just boot to the stomach and grab that headlock. I'm a little surprised there he didn't hold it. But Mims is not going down that easy. Just riding up each other's faces and each other's grills, toss and smack.
Couldn't take Kazana off his feet either.
Look at his eye. I mean, look at the eyes. These guys know they're in for a battle, but they're both up for it.
Off the ropes. Mims sidesteps and trips him up. And immediately goes into the side headlock, wasting no time.
And that drop down is not an offensive move that you see a lot, but that's exactly what it is, and it works.
Backed into the corner, looking for a clean break, and we're not going to get it. Punch to the midsection from AJ.
I think Kazana has gotten himself in the position where he realizes that power for power, Mims can match up with that. If he's got to take a shortcut, he's willing to do it.
Mims throwing all of his weight into that clothesline, still couldn't take Kazana off his feet. Another big clothesline. Kazana hung up on the ropes. Kazana was right there, picking him up.
Oh,
stun
dropped
gun.
him. Oh my gosh, right across the throat.
That's going to change the complexion of this matchup for sure. As Kazana runs in with the splash.
And you can hear the crowd getting behind Mims on this.
I mean, how could you not? He's been such an inspirational story behind him. Into the cover now. Kazana gets a 1 count. We've seen him how he's been teaming with the Pope, how he had the Pope's back after
Yes, he
the
did.
Pope was injured. And we've really seen him evolve over the years here in the NWA, becoming so strong, so powerful, and such a proficient wrestler as well.
Well, and you see a lot of guys that come in, and everybody wants to make their mark here. Everybody wants to be a part of the NWA, as well they should be. Not everybody takes advantage of those opportunities, and Mims has. Every single opportunity he's taken advantage of. He's continued to climb the ladder and step up with. And like you said, on our roster, when the Pope was hurt, when the Pope was down with a concussion, you saw big, strong Mims step up and take that.
Axe handles to the back of the neck of Mims. Kazana applying more pressure, using that bottom rope as a weapon. Scott Wheeler, the referee of this matchup, up to a count of 2. Once again, using the rope as a springboard.
I think a lot of people don't gather how big AJ Konecki
Again
is.
into the cover, shoulders are down, 1 count.
So when you say big, strong Mims, Kazana is matching up with him strength for strength, size for
100%.
size, and he's showing people exactly what he can bring.
Can't argue with that as Kazana now puts the knee into the spine, right in between the shoulder blades.
Pulling those arms back, stretching those shoulders. And anybody that's had any type of shoulder injury would understand right now, as he's putting that pressure on that shoulder socket. I mean, you get numbness, you get the pain, and that's exactly where he's staying.
Continuing the pain, continuing the punishment here. And folks, just a reminder, we know you're watching us on YouTube and in our NWA social accounts. We will be going live 7 o'clock for our NWA Crockett Cup pay-per-view on FITE TV. You gotta order the All Access pass right now, folks. Order that today. You also get a free t-shirt. What a deal. As Kazana, a punch looked like to the jaw, maybe the throat of Mims, scooping a slam.
Power. Mims locked that in. It looked like he was going for some kind of German, and Kazana was not having any of
Lateral
that.
press, shoulders are down, kick out at 2.
And looking at that face right now, I think Mims is starting to. I mean, this grind, this is wearing down. He's starting to feel this. This is starting to have an effect.
Yeah, Mims is trying to find a way out of this. He is suffering right now.
Okay.
Kazana's trying to put him to sleep.
And we've seen Kazana focus that on the shoulders and the back. He's going right back to it. If he can take that back away, he can take that strength he's taken away. Big strong Mims' primary weapon.
Yeah, and fans of AJ Kazana, they'll know that he uses that launching belly-to-belly suplex as a finishing maneuver.
Yeah.
So he is softening up the back, I believe, to use that move to get a big victory here at the Crockett Cup.
Well, and Kazana's got a little strut to that step right now. I think he's feeling like he's in a good position to win this match.
Mims placed in the corner.
Double chop to the chest.
Oh, and that might have just woken something up in Mims.
And starts driving those shoulders back into the stomach. Yeah, you're right. I think he might have brought something that he didn't want.
Another shot to the throat, stopping the momentum of Mims.
Get him out of there. Hey, get him
Now
back out of there.
punishing the midsection as Mims now fighting back, clubbing blows.
Work him out of there. One.
Neither one of these guys are backing up at all. They just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. I think if you're looking at the overall complexion of the match right now, I think Kazana has the slight advantage still. I mean, we know Mims is not going to lay down and die. He's not going to quit. But Kazana is starting to have that effect long-term in the match.
I think Kazana even started this match at least a slight advantage with Mims having that big Crockett Cup tag team match last night. Pretty banged up there. You only get one night to recover from that. Kazana's trying to take advantage.
I've heard, I've kind of heard the analogy that being in a wrestling match is like being in a car wreck over and over and over. And I think that the way our tournament is set up, like you said, having less than 24 hours to recover from it, it's like got that waist lock again. It's grueling.
Yeah.
One. Two.
Shots to the kidneys.
Breaking it down.
To the back again, looking for the German. Will he get it now?
Oh, he got it.
Launched him with the release German suplex. Rolls into the cover. Lackadaisical. Didn't hit the leg.
Yeah, you're not going to beat Big Strong Mims with a pin like that.
Feeling a little bit too confident, I believe, was AJ Kazana.
You could see the look on Kazana's face when he hit that release German suplex. He had a little smile on his face like he thought it was over when it was over. But you're not going to beat a Mims that easily. You're going to have to stay on it.
Kazana now up to the middle row. Perhaps looking for a Vader bomb. Oh, no water in the pool. Comes crashing down hard.
Mims has an opportunity here, but he is struggling to get up. That back, he's feeling that back.
Boot to the face. Mims continuing to get some separation. More time to recover. Oh, we could be seeing it here. He's locked in the bear hug. Mims had that telegraph. A big, strong headbutt. And Mims is in the driver's seat. Flies into the corner. Full head of steam with a big clothesline. That's what Mims was looking for earlier in the match. Sizing him up now.
Let's see what he's got left in the tank with that back.
Looking for the big, strong slam.
He's got it.
Got him down. Big victory for Mims.
The winner of this match, Big Strong Mims.
So impressive. So impressive.
That's a big win. That's a big win right there. That is a true competitor. You had two big guys in there. They brought everything they had, and it once again, Mims steps up.
I love it. I love seeing Mims succeed here, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing it on our upcoming episodes of NWA Powerrr and NWA USA. And you could be there and be a part of that action as well. Tickets are still available for those tapings Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Just go to NWATIX.com for all of the information. Mims might be a heavyweight, but now we're going to be focusing on the junior heavyweight division as we are bringing that championship back. Let's take a look. Let's send it over to May Valentine, who is standing by with Darius Lockhart.
Hey everyone, May Valentine here backstage at the Nashville Fairgrounds for night 2 of the Crockett Cup. And joining me at this time is Darius Lockhart. You have a really big match tonight, Darius, and it might be one of the biggest matches of your career. How do you feel about that?
I feel like everyone expects me to be nervous. Everyone expects me to know my place. Everyone expects me to walk in a pace that's comfortable for them, comfortable for the NWA. But look, I'm not here by accident. We're bringing this title back, and it's not by accident. NWA talks about tradition, talks about legacy. Do you know where I'm from? I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. NWA was born where I was born. I am the NWA. I stand for everything this company is meant to stand for, and yet still people look at me as the underdog. Still, people look at me as something to prove. And granted, I've only been here for a hiccup? I understand. But I beat Arya Davari. I beat Saul Renaro. Tonight, I'm going to beat Homicide. Colby Corino and Austin Aries. Austin Aries thinks he's the greatest man that ever lived. That's fine, kudos. You'll figure out the truth tonight. Homicide, he's the baddest man to walk in NWA, right? That's fine, that's true. You'll realize the truth tonight. Colby Corino, you got these fixers all behind you. You got this backup. Do you know the people are my backup? That's fine, it's true. You'll realize the truth tonight. Darius Lockhart is gonna show you the truth tonight. The Revolutionary is gonna show you the truth tonight. The Intergalactic Soul is gonna show the NWA the truth tonight, because there's only one truth, and that is that the Junior Heavyweight Championship is gonna find its way around my waist. And the NWA is gonna change hands. Land is gonna change hands. And when I ask you what time is it, the truth is, sister, that it's nation time.
All right, and not that you need any luck, but I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for your time.
The following match is a Team War match. Introducing first, Magic Jake Dumas.
I really love the way the Team War matchup was really a creation of William Patrick Corrigan, a great way to feature tag team talents, sort of a six-man elimination style matchup. Magic Jake Dumas, we saw him in action on our pre-show yesterday.
Right. And in a way, this Team War style match, is it not basically last man standing with multiple competitors?
Absolutely. It's going to be a triple threat with one member of each team in at all times. Once you're eliminated, a wrestler needs to return to the back. The team with at least one wrestler standing is the winner. The winners of our Team Wars tournament were Strictly Business, accompanied with El Rudo. They came away with a $30,000 grand prize for winning that. So it pays to win here in the NWA.
And his Team Wars partners, Wrecking Ball Legursky, Jay Bradley, the Fixers.
Is it breakfast time, Tim? For these guys, it seems like it always is.
I don't know.
No, don't put the cereal in the cup.
Yeah, he said from the beginning that that's his goal. He wants to be able to eat cereal from that cup. But I don't know. We might want to think about less carbs. Maybe have a salad. I'm just mixing a salad. I don't know.
Focus on the protein.
Yeah, pro wrestling, it says that the Fixers are going to try to fix everything. I might try to fix the diet a little bit. That's just me.
I wouldn't want a carbo load right before a match. That seems like a bad idea.
I don't think that's the way to go. I don't think that's the way to go. And Magic Jake Dumas, not quite sure what to think either.
The Fixers, I think, were the original bracket busters back in Oak Grove with a big victory over the OGK, who are going to be in this matchup. So you know the OGK, they've got to be mad. They've got to be furious that they weren't a part of the festivities of the Crockett Cup, at least a part of the tournament past the first round.
Well, and I think a lot of people, including myself, felt like OGK might be a favorite for the Crockett Cup. So for these guys to beat them, that early in the way this worked out, it changed everything from the beginning. Like you said, the original bracket busters.
The next team in Team War, representing Idolmania Sports Management, the team of Church's Money Black Cheese, Golden Boy Jordan Clearwater, All Day Marche Rocket. This is Gold Rush.
Gold Rush, watch the whole... Sorry, I almost interrupted Kyle Davis there, I forgot. There are several H's, so it is Gold Rush. I'd hate to be corrected by Austin Idol, because we'd be here all night.
If we look at the way this concept is set up, it's too early to be saying who's got an advantage, who doesn't have an advantage, but purely from a team aspect, these guys have, the three of these guys have been together longer. They seem to have more, a little bit of team chemistry, I would think, over a team that just come together.
Well, that's an excellent point. But at the same time, they are not going to be getting any love here at the Nashville Fairgrounds.
Well, and you see Austin Idol doing, really, and I'm not taking anything away from him, but doing what he does. He takes his guys, he mentors his guys, he teaches, and they've had success. Like it, dislike it, they've had success.
And representing the final team in Team War,
Cyan, of course, having a long history with Idol Mania Sports Management and Austin Idol. Recently, as we've seen on NWA Powerrr, there's a very bizarre dynamic here where it almost feels like there's a level of respect between these two men. When at first Austin Idol despised Cyan, wanted to push him aside.
And we see it right now. I mean, these guys are locking eyes. You said a level of respect.
It seemed that way. There were moments when Cyan was in peril in which Austin Idol came to his side and came to his aid. But I mean, for the first time, Austin Idol really had nothing to say in that moment. Just a perfect poker face.
Well, you know,
and his partners in Team War, the team of Mike Bennett, the Trent Matt Taven. This is the OGK!
the words you used was respect, and in that moment, the one thing you didn't see was disrespect.
That's true. Absolutely true. And this is a team that's getting respect all over the world, the OGK. Recently, you've seen them in action quite often on Impact. And now they're here, they're back in the NWA. They're looking for a victory in this Team Wars style matchup. Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, two of some of the most decorated wrestlers that we're going to have in this match.
Yeah, it's like you said, well-known, respected, and they deserve everything that they get. I mean, these guys are amazing athletes. They're great competitors.
Amazing athletes. Mike Bennett gets up at 3 a.m. every day to work out.
Legitimately gets up at 3 a.m.
I don't know what time he goes to bed, but he's posted at 3 a.m. I'm in the gym. Here's my inspirational quote of the day.
Yep.
And it certainly inspires me when I wake up at a regular hour. The Golden Boy is swiveling his hips in front of us. I don't know why he's doing that. I'm kind of glad that wasn't on camera for you folks watching at home. Once again, we are in the pre-show for the Crockett Cup. In a Team War style matchup. No tags, it's eliminations based. It looks like we're starting things off. Black G's and Cyan. Magic Jake Dumas and the Fixers not even getting into the matchup at this point.
I don't know, you're right. Yeah, I don't.
As to who's going to go in, maybe they're. Oh, and look at that! G's trying to pull the mask, trying to reveal the face of Cyan.
Well, and the way these guys, I mean, the way this is starting, this is all very, very strategic. You know, who's going to start the match, because you know that all these guys at some point are going to be in there and have to be eliminated at last man standing, right?
That's true, but we have seen in certain opportunities during Team War, when we saw the end participating in this, Odinson ran the gauntlet.
Right.
And he was able to finish the match solo. Oh, what a maneuver there to Black G's. Cyan looking for a major elimination here. And I have to think it's really interesting. Magic Jake Dumas is going to have a cigarette. He's going to take a smoke break instead of getting in this matchup. It's supposed to be a triple threat matchup. He has not gotten in the ring to participate.
Well, and I'm going to say between the cereal and the cigarettes, this is not the example we want to be setting, I would think.
It seems like they got bad habits, that's for sure. Shut up. Now the battle's already gone to the outside.
Not the place you want to be, because look, everyone's on the outside.
Yeah, there's a lot of bodies out there as Cyan crashed into that guardrail.
And you see Austin Idol right there over Black G's shoulder, giving advice, giving instructions.
We got sent out into the crowd! Out into the crowd!
Into the chairs.
What is going on here? Robert
And
King
follows him.
He's trying to get some level of composure, some level of control, and Cyan has now turned his attention away from Black G's and perhaps towards Austin Idol, Idol Mania Sports Management, and now, where's Cyan going?
What is happening?
What is he doing? Cyan has...
Is he leaving?
Oh, he's coming back!
You can't blame him. That was breathtaking. Took a run from the top of the ramp, across the arena, over the guardrail, through the chairs.
Take it faster.
I'm not arguing. arguing that.
Austin Idol is now yelling at us at the commentary table, as you can plainly hear.
I am not the referee.
Now into the cover, hook in the leg, 2 count on G.
And he kicked out after all.
Wow. I think it took just a little bit too long
Yeah,
to get Black Jesus back to the ring.
He's got him loaded up.
He was looking for that rolling Death Valley driver. It's Black Jesus on the, and look at the fixers and Magic Jake Dumas still just hanging out outside, not participating in this matchup and getting a major advantage as this match continues on. Standing switch, flatliner. This could be a big elimination here. Oh, 2 count.
You got to give Black Jesus a nod here after the punishment that he's taken to come back in that fired up with that much energy, with that much strength, and hit that move. Not a fan of Idol Mania, but that was impressive, and he's going up top. Let's see if he can bring it home here.
Look for the double stomp. Zion able to get out of the way and picks him up on the shoulders. Don't we see it? Death Valley driver. And Cheese has been eliminated.
Black Cheese has been eliminated.
Marche Rocket wasting no time. Beautiful drop kick on Zion. Immediately into the cover. 2 count. And still, the fixers and Magic Jake Dumas are not participating in this matchup.
But clarify for me here, Joe, if these guys don't come, I mean, what happens if is it going to be down to 3-1? I mean, what's the strategy here? I don't understand.
The strategy is just to wait it out. As now Zion is into the crossface. He's got it locked in. Center of the ring.
He is leaning back on that.
Marche Rocket went through grueling matches last night at night 1 of the Crockett Cup. And he's
tapped. There it is.
Marche Rocket has been eliminated.
Idolmania Sports Management is down to the golden boy, Jordan Clearwater. And it looks like there's some strategy going on between the fixers. Maybe they're just waiting.
I think we're officially down to Gold Rush.
It's just the golden boy.
Well, but I'm saying it's not Rush anymore because there's only one left.
I guess that's a good point. We're back to the traditional spelling. Shot to the chest by Zion.
And you've got to be impressed with what Zion's bringing here.
100%. Big back elbow there from Clearwater. And a big boot, laying out Zion. Stacking him up, matchbook cover, using him in the ropes. Did he get it?
Did he get it?
Zion has been eliminated.
Cheating using the bottom ropes. Matt Taven tried to stop him, couldn't get in there enough, but there's Magic Jake Dumas.
First time we've seen them in the ring.
He found his opportunity to come in, but the fixers have such an advantage.
I don't think so.
Magic Jake, neck breaker, spinning through. Inverted DDT. Lateral press with a crossface, gets a 2 count.
Come on. Come on. Where are we going?
And if that's the strategy that this team is, it's a good strategy, right?
It is.
For you, Clearwater.
Magic Jake, crashing into the top turnbuckle after Clearwater sidestepped him. And Clearwater is on the attack.
This one's for you, losers.
I don't know what he's showboating about.
I don't either. At this point, he needs to kind of look around.
And here's the other thing too. I don't know. Once again, here's the strategy from Idolmania Sports Management. Marche Rocket and Black Jace, they're still out here. They are supposed to be ejected all the way to the back. Oh, the super kick with the cigarette.
Well, if Austin Idol is living by his own words, he was yelling earlier, this match ought to be over. These guys ought to be ejected. But at this point, shouldn't they be ejected?
Oh, and here comes Wrecking Ball Ligursky.
Did he just say he's out of
He's
here?
out of here. Eliminations can also happen over the top rope.
Tag
There's
me?
no tags. There's no tags until the last one.
I'm out of this. Nope.
Oh, and Jay Bradley's there to cut him off, but
Yeah, he says it's not going to be that easy.
and keep in mind, OGK they are now biding their time on the outside.
Kind of using the same strategy that we saw the fixers
It
using.
works. You might as well use it. I think Jordan Clearwater was trying to pull Ligursky into the
Yeah, not going to
turnbuckle.
happen.
Ligursky powered by that breakfast cereal. He's on a sugar rush, but he gets the jawbreaker instead. I guess that's dessert. Clearwater, I think, once again, looking for a tag.
He's looking for anything right now because he knows. Oh!
Shot to the midsection after getting caught by Ligursky. Ligursky got him up. Flattens him with the power bomb. And the wrecking ball, 390 pounds. Idolmania Sports Management.
Team Gold Rush has been eliminated.
And Team Gold Rush is gone, but here comes Bennett. Here comes Bennett.
And Bennett came in and introduced himself almost with no effect.
OGK biding their time, but I don't know if that strategy really worked out after that massive clothesline from Wrecking Ball Ligursky. I think Bennett and Taven, they were trying to find a window of opportunity, but it was immediately shut by the Wrecking Ball. 2 count on Bennett.
Well, the crowd is solidly behind OGK here. You can hear them chanting for him. They want to see these guys be successful.
And you know Bennett and Taven, they have to be furious. They have to be so upset after being eliminated in the first round several weeks ago on Power Trip in Oak Grove, Kentucky, just about an hour north from where we are at the Nashville Fairgrounds.
Well, and beating the fixtures right now would be a little bit of payback for that, because I know that not only did we think they might be a favorite, I think they thought they were a favorite too.
I think Bennett was looking for a double wrist lock or a Kimura. And again, Ligursky just using his size and power to shut him down.
I don't know. I don't quite get the strategy here of OGK. It's big headbutt.
And will it be enough? Floating into a cover, 2 count on Bennett. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the Fixers and OGK.
No! He says no!
In this World Teams matchup. Team Wars matchup, I should say. Oh, he's biting. He's biting the hand. Well, Wrecking Ball likes to sink his teeth into cereal.
Oh, my gosh.
Bennett sinks his teeth into competition.
He may not have any teeth left if a few more of those land. That is rough.
He might have to transition to oatmeal. Oh, but he blocks it. Grabbing the throat. Another shot to the midsection. Bennett averting disaster, rolling through, sidestepping Ligursky, setting him up, super kick, right on the jaw. Ligursky still on his feet.
Another one. Oh, he cannot take this big man off his feet.
Ducks a clothesline, going downstairs, rolling through with the forearm. Will it be enough? Isolates the arm and gets the 3 count.
Wrecking Ball has been eliminated.
Jay Bradley in immediately, not to give him any breath.
Jay Bradley. He's going to have to go it alone, but he's ready and fresh for this fight. Catching Bennett. What a slam, center of the ring. And Bennett's eliminated.
We are all even. We are
eliminated.
Here comes Taven. He's like, oh! Climax! Climax connects! Bradley never saw it coming!
He hit it.
Frog splash. Big victory.
The winners of Team War, the OGK and Saya.
And obviously the strategy worked. They waited, they were patient, they came in, they executed exactly what they know they're good at, and now you see these 3 men with their hands raised. Identify your strategy, work it, success.
I like this. I like this a lot. I know we're going to see more of the OGK here in the NWA. We know that they are still hungry for those tag team championships. And if anybody's got a shot against La Rebellion, I got to say, it's got to be the OGK. As they get to celebrate with the fans here at the Nashville Fairgrounds, we're going to take you backstage. Mate Valentine is standing by with Jax Dane.
Joining me at this time is former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, former National Champion, and former NWA Tag Team Champion, Jax Dane. I mean, Jax, you've done it all, but tonight is a little bit different because the man you're challenging for the title used to be your brother. So can you honestly say that the history between you guys isn't going to soften you up in the ring?
Soften me up, May. Soften me up? I don't even know how to respond to soften me up because I don't have that gear. You see, what you left out is I'm a former North American champion, and I also won the coveted golden ticket that Corrigan hands to the most deserving team to challenge for a title at any time. But back to Crimson or Mayweather or whatever we're going to call him, right? He was never my brother. Never my brother. Because brothers don't let brothers down, and he did that repeatedly. You remember a couple of years ago, May, the Crockett Cup? Why did we lose? Crimson got beat. The NWA World Tag Team Championships. Why did we lose, May? Crimson got beat. He has been the weak link to the brothers that you talk about. So now, he is just a stepping stone for Jax Dane to win the national title, the NWA national title, and climb my way back to the very top, the pinnacle of professional wrestling. He will merely be a step that I take. And it's not just about beating him tonight. Don't underestimate my mission here. You see, at one point, I killed Crimson. Tonight, I murder Mayweather. You're welcome for my time, May.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
The following match is one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Nashville, Tennessee. Ladies, he's staying at the room 612 at the Sonesta. This is Alex Taylor.
I think there might be some confusion for the women in the audience. There are several Sonestas in the Nashville area, but I guess you could just keep knocking on doors till you find the right one.
Unless you just want to clarify which one it is.
I guess so. Either way, the ill-begotten in action. You see Yuma is coming out after a devastating loss during the Crockett Cup. Appears he's been able to mend the relationship, and he's out here at the side of Alex Taylor.
And his opponent, he is one half of Hawx from New Orleans, Louisiana. This is PJ Hawx.
I think PJ Hawx proved that he is an elite-level athlete last night. Not only that, he has some testicular fortitude going 1-on-2 in a handicap match against the champions after a brutal tag team match with the end. And then that savage beatdown of his father. And I do want to give you folks a medical update. Luke Hawx has been cleared. He is okay. Had a concussion, is recovering. But he's going to be just fine as PJ Hawx in this matchup with Alex Taylor.
Well, in professional wrestling, you have opportunities for success. You have opportunities to make a name for yourself. Last night, we might have seen PJ take that next level, almost legend. Because what we saw him do last night was unbelievable.
And to think of this, the amount of pain and punishment that he took last night, and now he's in action once again in singles competition. Beautiful gator roll, by the way. I mean, PJ Hawx is such an example of what it means to be a true wrestler, a true athlete.
Well, and he has many different strengths as a wrestler. Right now, we're seeing we know that his technical skills in his mat wrestling is above, not just above average, it's above most. But we also know that now he's got, as we've seen him develop, size, strength, experience. He's becoming the full package.
Yeah. PJ being very dominant in the early goings of this matchup, but once again keeping an eye on Captain Yuma as Alex Taylor gets a hammerlock.
Well, I think one of the things we'll be watching for tonight is like you said, the beating that he took last night, just the physical, breaking down of his body. Is it going to have an effect in this match or is it not?
He took 2 marks of the beast from La Rebellion. He is the only person to ever, into the cover, the only person to ever kick out of 1.
Right.
That's a monumental feat on its own. But the damage that must do to your body, to your back, to your shoulder blades, I mean, it's incredible he's out here tonight.
Well, and just to have the I don't know, the guts to say, yes, I'm going to go out there and do it by myself against our champions.
Basically insurmountable odds. But he gave it everything he had.
Well, I mean, he had chances to overcome that, and that's almost unbelievable. I mean, to be able to say you could put yourself in a position to beat our NWA champions like that, remarkable.
If you missed it last night, folks, you could catch the replay on FITE TV. Best way to do that is PJ goes into the cover, and then transitioning again, looking for another cover. Alex shoulders up. And now grabbing that bottom rope. Once again, the best way to do that is by being a part of our All Access Pass on FITE TV for $49.99. You're also going to get a free T-shirt. You will get tonight's Crockett Cup as well. We want to make sure that you are a part of the action for the rest of the year here in the National Wrestling Alliance. And now Captain Yuma up on the apron.
Well, and like what we've seen with the ill-begotten, a group of guys who almost ill-begotten didn't fit anywhere else, formed their own, I guess, group of guys that could back each other. But we've kind of started to see that break down a little bit.
Floated into the cover there after the gut-wrench suplex, and as you mentioned, I mean, they all felt marginalized, and that's why they came together. But then at the same time, it feels like there's friction there, and they end up marginalizing Captain Yuma, which we saw last night.
Well, and I still don't quite know what's going on relationship-wise with all of these, and you see him coming back up.
I think Captain Yuma's trying to coach him up.
Yeah.
Trying to tell him how to get out of that hole is now Alex Taylor did get out of that hole and is stomping the life out of PJ Hawx.
I think sometimes that you get in situations, and not just in wrestling, but in life, where you try to, I don't know, make up for, overcome
into the
things.
cover, 1 count.
And I think maybe Captain Yuma is trying to prove to the ill-begotten what he brings to the table. In that case, it paid off a little bit.
I've known Captain Yuma for several years now, especially on the many times that we've been able to see him wrestle on the independent circuit in the California and Los Angeles area. He is quite a tactician and knows how to use his agility and his small size to his advantages. Alex Taylor with the snapmare. Oh, attacking the neck of PJ Hawx. Oh, only a 2 count.
Well, and Alex Taylor has an opportunity here. I mean, what you and I both have sat here and talked about, what a great job PJ Hawx has done. But if Alex Taylor can beat him now, beat him tonight, it's a step for him. It's going to be a big task, but right now he's in the driver's seat and he needs to take advantage of it.
Ill-Begotten was eliminated last night by the Commonwealth Connection, who have moved on to our semifinals. You're going to see them take on La Rebellion next, during the pay-per-view, I should say. After Alex Taylor trips up, PJ, beautiful senton over the top rope. Shoulders are down, hook in the leg, kick out at 2.
Yeah, I have to wonder right now if what we're seeing is, I mean, you see some frustration there on PJ Hawx. He's trying to get himself fired up and motivated, but we have to wonder right now if what happened last night is starting to take a toll.
Where my Alex people at? Where my Alex people at? Come on.
PJ being placed into the corner. European uppercut by Taylor.
Let's go, Taylor.
Sends him across, runs in, major misstep there by Alex Taylor, and he puts it to a big clothesline. Oh my goodness.
When he's throwing that clothesline in there, he's put his entire body behind it.
Beautiful suplex, flows into the cover, 2 count.
Almost a suplex into a power slam, the way he grabbed that.
Transitioning in the air, all that power in the hips and in the legs of PJ Hawx.
Watch out, Taylor.
And now he's sizing him up, looking for something big. Went for the big kick. Oh, Alex Taylor answered with a kick of his own. Falcon arrow immediately into the cover. Taylor, oh, so close.
And to his credit, hooked both legs on that, and that's not something you see a lot of guys do.
Smart move there. Yuma couldn't believe it either.
Yeah, we've talked about PJ Hawx, but look at the growth we've seen in Alex Taylor.
Yeah,
a guy who obviously puts a ton of time in the gym. Now he's putting in that same amount of time in the ring.
Yuma's saying that I think Yuma's just telling him he's too far. You can't do it. You shouldn't go to the top.
Stay out of it.
Uh-oh.
I think Yuma once again trying to do some coaching.
Well,
the manager picking him up. Oh, and drops him. Big suplex.
Submission.
Oh, look at it, submission. It's a thing
And
of
he's
beauty.
done.
Immediately taps. Immediate tap out.
The winner of this match,
Joe, to your point,
PJ Hawx.
Captain Yuma kind of calls the distraction that's going to cost the match.
Well, I think the problem is Captain Yuma was absolutely right. I don't know if Alex Taylor was going to be able to clear that distance anyways.
And I wouldn't argue that, but what I heard Alex Taylor yell at him was, stay out of it, mind your own business. And then, I mean, this is what you get.
I suppose so, but a big victory for PJ Hawx after a grueling first set of matches here at the Crockett Cup. I like what I see with that young man, and I'm sure we're going to see more of it as Captain Yuma is pleading his case to Alex Taylor, and Alex Taylor does not want to hear it.
Well, and I think Alex Taylor, we've seen that growth too. It didn't come out on time.
Oh, and he just shot him.
Gosh.
A punch to the face. A low blow to Captain Yuma. Taylor up on the shoulder. I don't think he's in the ill-begotten anymore.
I don't. He's not moving at all right now.
What a way to kick things off here at the Crockett. We got to get some officials out here. Yuma is not moving.
I mean, seriously, the way he landed on that, we may have an injury here.
They're checking on him. But obviously there is strife within the ill-begotten, and now I can see that he is stirring, which I'm happy to see.
Is there an ill-begotten? I mean, I don't know where we're at. Yeah, I don't know where we're at in this whole thing.
I mean, Captain Yuma being one of the original members of that group.
And wouldn't you consider that to be a leader of that group?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
but
you just see your leader laying there.
100%. But folks, we are just minutes away from our pay-per-view. Going live on FITE TV. You can be a part of the action as well. We want you to talk about it on social media using the hashtag Crockett Cup. And of course, you can pre-order this pay-per-view and all of the pay-per-views for the rest of the year with our NWA All Access Pass on FITE TV. Let's go over that card one more time so you can see what you have in store for this history-making night here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. We're going to be talking about the Crockett Cup Finals. Look at this. We're in the semifinals. Cardona's Briscoe brothers, the Commonwealth Connection, and La Rebellion. They all want a taste of the cup. They all want to make history here. And then our NWA National Heavyweight Championship on the line. We heard from Jax Dane. He wants to murder Mayweather. Will we witness a felony here at the Nashville Fairgrounds? Tim, I know you're excited about this one. The Hex versus Kenzie Page and Ella Envy, the NWA World Women's Tag Team Championships on the line.
And the Hex have been a dominant team.
100%.
Then we get into that NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship final four-way. Two of the four top guys in our division can go with anybody in the country, and we're going to see a winner tonight.
That's going to be a non-stop match. You don't want to blink on that one, and you don't want to blink here. The NWA World Women's Championship hangs in the balance. Camille, a dominant champion, but she is taking on tough competition. It's Smiley Kylie Ray versus Chelsea Green. And I'm looking forward to this.
Well, and you got two big men who know how to bring it. This is going to be a physical, you know what, not a wrestling match. This is going to be a fight.
A big fight. Tyrus takes on the Red Dog, Rodney Mack. And then this, in our main event, Double J, Jeff Jarrett in the house, special guest referee, and he has a lot of history with this man, Nick Aldis, the challenger, as he goes to once again try to hold on to the 10 pounds of gold. Can he take it from Matt Cardona? We will find out tonight here at night 2 of the Crockett Cup. We'll see you then.